It's Deprogram, the podcast where we will try to get you into an artist. Today's artist is Imogen Heap. My name is Justin, and I'm going to get right into the pitch here because, you know, that's what you do at the top, right? Anybody who sponsors and whatnot. Did you know this, Bryan? And you do know this. Hard work works, my friend.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here jacked right now.
He's jacked as F. It didn't come through Joe's app, but
I wish I'd have known. It probably would have worked a lot less harder.
If you want to get yourself in tip-top physical, Hard Work Works fitness app, all you have to do is search it in your app store. It's in all the app stores. Download that jank. Purchase your membership. Only $10 a month. Zero commitment. So if you order it today and go tomorrow, you know what? Nah, I don't want to do this. No commitment. You're done. And you get to keep whatever workouts you get. So that you get 3 new workouts every week designed for minimal to no equipment at all. So for me, my workouts right now are all body weight. So push-ups and squats and stuff like that. Just because I got no equipment. So that's what I got. All ages and ability levels. You can literally work out anywhere in the world, Jack. So if you're up in the Kuntz studio and you just want to work out, you want to work your Kuntz out, you can do it right here.
Yeah.
No contract, like I said. Cancel anytime. Keep all your workouts and join the hustle. Hashtag join the hustle. Hard Work Works fitness app. Plus, Joe's a lovely person.
I need to know if a Kuntz is a real body part that I can potentially get into shape.
I don't know. Use your imagination.
They're called Kegels.
Sorry, we had the pissed guys in here, and they talk way louder than y'all, so, I'm still leveling out. All right.
Okay.
How dare you have me at a low volume? Jesus Christ.
What's going on
Crank it
here?
up.
And that voice,
We're having a party.
That menacing, threatening voice is very studly, very manly. Looking great. You're looking, seriously. Bryan Lewis.
I'm still ugly. It's fine.
Oh, stop.
What?
I still have a nice radio voice.
I was looking at, and I never thought of you as big, right? I never thought of you as a big dude, but I saw a picture of you roughly around when we met, when you were still doing alternative and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
chubby.
Yeah, but and again, I don't know if it's mostly because how jacked you are now, but it's okay, when you put them side by side like that, it's like, holy shit, Bryan's put in some work.
Yeah. I lost about 10 pounds on my face alone.
I'm going through that myself right now. Now I gotta put in the work like you are to shape it.
Not to completely go off track here already.
You came guns out, man.
No, I'm sorry.
I had to talk about it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to bring guns to the Kuntz studio. But now, even pictures of last year, I was like, God, it's night and day, man. Because I still feel the same way. I still have the same body dysmorphia I had my whole life. So it's nice to see some kind of physical representation of that. And looking back on those photos, I'm like, God, I don't remember being that fat.
Yeah.
But I was.
Well,
I still do that. I have to go back and go, okay, I was a big girl.
I mean, we're working on it. And so that other voice you hear is my wife, Kristin. We are going through this journey together on the losing weight and listening to Imogen Heap.
Yeah. And she's also my new best friend because we did a show together. And I was like, oh, man.
Let's do this.
Justin, get out of here, Justin.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's what most people say to me. So
you're just here by proxy.
Yeah.
So
we need you.
He's the host of the show.
I guess I got to be here.
But admit it, you're into it.
Into what? Imogen Heap? Or
yeah.
I am. Look, we'll put my needs last here.
Oh, okay.
You're the one who put Imogen Heap up for discussion. So walk me through your relationship with her and what is it about her
relationship? Well, most people know her obviously from that
we listened to it.
Jason Derulo song.
Yeah.
You know, what you say or whatever. So that is originally the only way that I knew of her. And then when I was in nursing school, I had a teacher who was very I don't know,
eccentric?
artsy and eccentric. And he put up a video of the lyrics to that song, which we'll talk about later, I guess, I assume.
Maybe, possibly.
But, and I realized how deep and artistic she is, and I'm totally into that. So I was immediately turned on to her, and I've been listening to her ever since. And that is about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah,
at
something
this
like
point. So, and obviously she's been around like for way longer, I found out in doing this. But you know, I only just discovered her about 8 years ago.
Well, what's funny is, like you said, she was somebody not on your radar, and then all of a sudden, and as a matter of fact, like over the last 2 years, she made your heavy rotation.
Yeah.
Like I was hearing at least a song every month that you were playing by her. And then there was a point where you were watching videos of her and stuff, and we'll get into that too. But now, Bryan, you jumped on, I think we officially made the pitch at Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And we were like, hey, man, actually, so...
Because I missed that it was even an option.
Right. She put it up there, and then I was like, I bet you anything. Bryan is into Imogen Heap, and lo and behold...
If it's a woman, I'm probably into it.
So walk me through your relationship with her. I mean, you look at her at face value, it's pretty obvious, but there must be a deeper connection.
Yeah. I got into her through Frou Frou. The one-off record she did in between her first solo record and her second solo record, and I fell in love with it, and then I just dove more deep into her solo stuff, and she's just an eccentric person who's extremely talented.
Yes,
and does a lot of experimenting with the soundscapes and like how you record audio and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially her last record, the Sparks, is like, I'll talk about that later, but she's intelligent, she's deep, and
she seems like a wonderful person too.
yeah, and she's authentic,
real.
and I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned the videos, and probably like 2-3 years ago, I'd imagine you were watching videos of her, and Bryan just mentioned like the way she manipulates like sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was playing with some.
She does like engineering stuff.
Yeah, and like she could do like. You can't see this because it's audio, but she would like reach her hand up and close her fist, and like it would make a noise.
There's a song I included on my list because she recorded it with the audio glove.
The audio glove, yeah, is something that she worked on with other engineers and sound people, and like, basically she's like dancing with this equipment on her, and depending on what she does with her hands and fingers, it makes the sounds.
Right.
And it's just like the coolest thing. And there's a whole YouTube video that you can look up and watch her talking about it.
Yeah.
So,
as a guy who plays a theremin and waves his hand around for a living,
yeah,
it's like
yes,
the ultimate goal for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Is to just be an instrument.
Yeah,
that's
basically
to further your points is like she's been on my periph, obviously, because Kristin's been into her. Yeah. So like I've always admired her art. I can't say always, like since she's been on my radar, admired the artistry. I just never got in. And then just kind of diving into the records, and you realize, holy shit, like we talk a lot about on this show about artists. And you know, there's the Fiona Apples of the world, who I would argue absolutely is an artist, a poet. But then there's Imogen Heap level. So Billy Corgan once said in 2007 on the Zeitgeist tour, he looked at now the levels of music are different and the kinds of music are different, but he looks at Jimmy Chamberlain, and they have a song called why is it escaping me? Albatross, that they play literally basically as a punishment if they hate the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like this long drawn out jam, 13-minute, and
that's
it's
Mike
messed up
and shit. I'm into it.
He looks at Jimmy and he goes, "What do you think, Albatross?" And Jimmy goes, "Yeah, man, art for art's sake, right?" And she reminds me of that sentiment, art for art's sake.
Yeah.
Do your artistry, and she just so happens to have enough pop elements to like make you
appeal to the masses,
right.
in a sense. Yeah.
And, but the thing is, like, is she that popular of a musician? Like,
no. She's not. Unfortunately, she's criminally underrated.
Absolutely.
I agree.
But she is a musician's musician, because I wouldn't look. She is classically trained in like one or two instruments, but she taught herself every other instrument. I mean, she's extremely talented.
And a poet.
Yeah, and I love her lyrics. I mean, it's not on a Fiona Apple level for me, where she's like my favorite singer-songwriter of all time, and but she's also more of a musician than Fiona Apple is too. Not to compare the two, but it's already been brought up. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's not an instrument she can't play,
Right.
and that's like Prince level.
I mean, you
talent.
can totally
Yeah.
compare her to Fiona Apple. Her iMegaphone is like very Fiona Apple-esque to me, anyway. Her album, I think it was her
It's
first.
very of its time, though. I think it's
Yeah.
it's the one record that doesn't like hold up necessarily.
No,
like
yeah.
it is a
I'm glad we all
product
agree
of
on
its
that.
time. It's like very Lilith Fair.
It sounds like a
late
1998
80s,
female.
like angry woman record.
Yeah, it does.
And it's fine.
Yeah, it's great.
But like you said, it's very much of its time. It's when you stack it up against
The
even
other
just
stuff, yeah.
just her next record, it's
Yeah.
like, nah,
Yeah.
you know, like I'll take everything after
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
100 Alex.
Yeah, I still had
Absolutely.
7 songs from it originally on my first pass. So I mean,
Well, and
still a great record.
yeah, and that's the thing. So I guess we'll move this into what it was like, because especially you and I always have painful times on these cutting them down to 20. So you mentioned that you may had to Black Sabbath it, but you got down to the 20,
I
right?
got down to the 20. Right before I got in the car to get here. It was gonna end up being. I mean, honestly, I when I first started, before I even picked a song, I said I want to do. There's only 4 records. I can do 5 from each record. Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
Equal representation. And then it was like, oh, I have 7 from this record, and I have 7 from that record, and now I don't have any room for the later records. And it's like, it was jostling back and forth, and to see it really was just like which song is going to kill me to cut at the end of the day, which they all kill me. That's the reality of this show.
Unfortunately, sadly, I semi-related, we're doing the Get Up Kids, and like I'm listening to it, and I messaged the Adam from Pet Name.
We actually got offered to open for that show. We didn't get it. I'm
Oh,
bummed
really?
out, yeah.
Oh, weird.
Audio Strobe Light got it because they're a marketing machine.
Yeah.
And they have like a million fans.
Good for them. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been around forever, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know.
I like those kids personally.
Wait, didn't Gabe move to Texas?
I don't know.
I thought he moved to Texas. Oh, what again? What do I know?
Reel
I'm
it
kinda
in,
out of the
gentlemen.
scene.
Reel
Yeah.
it in.
But anyways, like I was like, why do I do this show? Because like you
Yeah.
know, these were painful, but I know you were having a pain in a different direction, hon.
Oh, I'm very, very picky when I make my lists, and I don't do the same way you guys do. I don't like do multiple pass throughs, and I don't just pick a song like, oh, I like this song, I'm going to add it and then cut it later or something. I have like utmost scrutiny right off the bat. So then when I go through, I'm like, oh, I only have like 14 songs. I got to get 6 more. Like that's usually how it is for me, like with every time I do this show. So then I have to go back and listen and get another song to add to my list. It's like the other way around for me.
At least it's
So-
not as painful as going, yeah, I don't, because iMegaphone, I found some easy outs, but literally the other 3 records had 0 easy outs. 0.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm being, there's no hyperbole there. Like, especially ellipses and, or ellipse rather. And,
Ellipse and speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Really.
well, yeah, you know, Speak for Yourself, as far as this show goes, is probably like the one album I would point to because
Yeah.
it has all those pop elements. But for me personally, Ellipse and Sparks, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I went back after my first pass through and I'm looking, I'm like, I literally have the entirety of both of those records.
I actually did not. I had not heard Sparks before the show, doing the show, because I was into her until Lips, and then like I just kind of stopped paying attention, I guess, and I didn't even realize that
happens all
record
the time.
existed.
Yeah.
So it was nice to discover that record.
And it's art for art's sake. I keep coming with her. I keep coming back to that sentiment.
That's
like,
because she doesn't know anybody anything. Like
Yeah.
she has moderate success. All she's ever gonna need as far as like making a living as a musician. So she doesn't know anybody anything.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
just wants to experiment with music and sound, and that's fucking
She's
gorgeous.
not out there to like be like top of the charts
Yeah.
or anything like that, or be necessarily, you know, ridiculously rich or anything like that. She just likes her artistry and
She
like,
probably made more money from the royalties of that Jason Derulo song
Yeah,
than she did from her own music.
probably
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, and again, like I'm super happy to shed a light on her because while I don't think she's somebody who's going to be like a constant rotation type musician for me, like
Frou Frou is for me.
Paramore became that for me. Like Paramore became a band I listen to really frequently now.
Yeah.
She is just below that for me. Like somebody that I am going to go out of my way to listen to, but probably not regular rotation. Like I really enjoyed the hell out of, like I said, speak for yourself, like the pop sensibilities that are involved in that record alone. And then for her to be able to do what she does on Ellipse and Sparks, it's like, that's what I want out of an artist.
Yeah.
Like to get you one who can do them all, right?
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I'm getting all drooly over here. Love me some good music.
I get that way when I think about Imogen Heap, just personally.
Start drooling excessively.
So,
Uncontrollably.
the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and we have each listened to the 4 albums and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together, bam, to try to create a top 10 starter kit to get you into Imogen Heap. And again, this is one of those discussions I feel like where the list that we come up with isn't as important as you knowing who this musician is. So I don't think this will be painful.
Nah.
Let's find out.
I think
I don't know. I think we're all going to be,
I think
same page.
the painful part might be over. We'll see. I'm going to start with this is definitely not my favorite song of hers, and I don't think this is the number one. But this is the only one that made it through on that first record, I Megaphone. The only one that I felt was honest to what the rest of the rest of her discography is. Useless.
I don't have that one.
No.
Sorry.
Off to a great start.
Yeah, really.
All right, let me throw that in the trash then. I guess where it belongs. All right, Bryan.
All right. I guess I'll go from that record too. Let me see. Sleep.
Motherfucker.
No.
Man.
But I'm with you. I only pulled one from that album. And it's not.
Motherfucker.
Sleep is like a song.
22.
Yeah. Like
Oh, really?
Sleep is a song that like the opening piano is something that it's indicative of something I would write solo wise.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why I like it. Cause I'm like, this makes me think of me. But it's a great, I mean, she writes great like slow songs, man.
I initially had probably, like you said, 5, maybe 6 from that record, and then I cut it down. There was only 3 left, and I was like, I don't know where everybody else is on this record.
I got down to 5 on each. My original goal I set, it was painful, but I got 5 from each.
I did not do that.
All right, honey.
So I guess since you guys have others, I'll go with the one I have from that album is Oh Me Oh My.
Yep, got it.
All right, goes to the conversation.
Okay.
Because I am out on that record.
That was your one and only from that record?
Yep.
Oh,
And that one was mine.
oh wow.
Apologies.
Well, I'll just save all mine to the end. We whiff.
There you go.
When we
I'll
got to
just
clear it out.
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
now
up
that
over
we
that
just-
record now.
We just like gave it all away.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, it makes gameplay a
That's
little
okay.
easier. All right, so I'm going to go here because this is probably one of the popular songs. I think it really does encapsulate her, but it also it's catchy, but it's artsy at the same time. Headlock.
Yes.
Yep, got it.
Straight through,
you kind of
man.
have to, right? It's like that boom, ding, dum, ding. It's just the music to it is just unbelievably catchy. And what's funny is both of you mentioned her lyrics, and I'm a lyric guy, but I never even I like the music so much that I never even got to the lyrics, like the
Yeah.
deeper part. So like I'm looking forward to coming back to her
And
when I can start paying more attention to lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's where I went to in making my list was more lyric and the emotion of the song because I'm a female. So
You trying to suggest Bryan and I aren't emotional? How dare you?
I'm one of those emo bitches that'll ever live.
oh well.
So
All right, well we got one in.
Woo.
I knew I should have started there. All right, Bryan.
all right. This might be my favorite song. I think
Oh,
because
God.
it kind of encapsulates everything she is as an artist, where she has that pop sensibility. She is a little quirky, and the musicianship, because there's a Jeff Beck solo on this song. because she contributed to a Jeff Beck record too at the same time. Good Night and Go.
Yeah.
Which album is that?
That's from Speak for Yourself.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, but
I've got
you've
that
got
one.
it. Okay.
You don't have. You don't
No.
have that. That's that say goodnight and go.
Why'd you have to be so cute?
Yeah.
It's impossible to ignore you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel that way a lot in my life about people.
Well, dang.
Must you
She's
make me
like-
laugh so much?
This is gonna be bad if you stick around here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like leave.
I think
Bad enough we get along so well.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of those things where, like, if I had another go where I could have paid
Listen.
attention to the lyrics.
Yeah, but it's still pretty pop musically. So
is, yeah.
I'm surprised that didn't catch you.
I mean,
Okay, whatever.
I leaned into the artistry a lot, like the stuff that
That solo from Jeff Beck on that song though, great.
I'll
too.
go back and listen to it, especially if it makes it.
Better.
Well, how dare you?
How dare you?
All right, hon.
All right, I'm gonna just throw this one out there because it's got to be in the conversation, and that's hide and seek.
Absolutely.
Yep, I got it.
All right,
That's the
it's like the best breakup song.
Honestly, ransom notes keep falling out your mouth is one of my favorite lines I think I've ever heard
Yeah.
in my life.
Well, and that's the one we had to like analyze in my class, right? And trying to figure out what the lyrics mean. She's talking about pleasure moment or oily marks appear on walls where pleasure moments hung before.
yeah.
It's like, wait, what does that line mean? They're talking about pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure moments. I mean, it's just like so deep and like crop circles in the carpet
where your furniture used
where
to
your
be and stuff.
furniture
Yeah.
was. It just like gives you goosebumps because she's talking about blood and tears and like what this relationship was, and it's just, you know, you just want to give it up just like that.
You ever heard part 2 of that song?
Don't think
It
so.
takes away the vocoder. It's just her vocals,
oh.
and it's just like just droning noise through it. It's monotone noise. It is honestly tear-inducing. If you
Wow.
don't cry listening to it, I think you have no soul. Like, it is gorgeous. It is a great companion piece.
But this goes to like her using her voice as an instrument here.
There's
Right.
there's no instrumentation technically in that song other than like her playing through a vocoder, like
Yeah.
her voice,
And
Yeah.
it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous.
Yeah.
And again, this is one of those things where I picked it for the artistry.
Right.
And then hearing you talk about the lyrics makes me excited to listen to it
Yeah.
again so I
Go
can
back.
pay attention.
And like name another song that sounds like that
None.
None.
before or
Zero.
after.
There
None.
isn't.
Zero.
None.
Yeah.
No, absolutely none. And again, no hyperbole.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
I mean, the only song I could think of that even comes close to that is "Me and a Gun" from Tori Amos, and that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
her a cappella
Yeah.
the entire time.
Well,
But
and
there's no
I
like,
love that
effects.
song.
Yeah.
What's funny is like
Tori Amos.
rap music used the vocoder a lot. You know,
Daft Punk did
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
yeah. And it's just like, okay, to use it in this way as an instrument rather than just something you're fucking around with your voice.
Yeah. Because she can sing
Yeah. Well, yeah.
beautifully. Yeah.
It's just not just auto tuning.
Yeah, and that's the part that you have to like, okay, this isn't about like trying to hide some imperfections of their voice. It is about this is intentional.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
So yeah.
But perfect song to use if you're gonna use a hook for a hip hop R&B song.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And I do love Jason Derulo a lot. So
Really?
and that was my introduction to him too.
I
He was some great pop shit, man.
okay.
I
Well,
like him.
I can't say I don't like him.
He's not like on a Bruno Mars level for me, but he's got some good shit.
Not many people are.
Yeah,
like
no.
he's Janelle Monáe, maybe like that.
Yeah,
the
for
two of
sure.
them.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start diving into some different stuff. I'm gonna get away from that record for a minute. How about First Train Home?
Yep.
I think Yep, I got that one.
Hey.
Okay, I thought so.
Hey.
Yay.
Great opening and closing tracks for
Yep.
her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great middle tracks too.
Mm-hmm.
Great track twos. Great track threes.
And 4 and so on.
These are well. What I want to point out here is that I love an artist that can write albums, but you can still break them apart and they're still equally as great. Like
Yeah.
if you pull the song out, it still works.
Like Sparks is a concept record,
Mm-hmm.
but it's conceptual musically and not really like thematically.
Yeah.
So like,
Look, I love-
it's the way she recorded because she recorded like 3 songs in like 3-month bursts or something like that. And then,
I love me some thematic concept records. I really do. But if if especially in something like this, if I can't break it apart, then it's not going to work as well. So like being able to do that, I'm really happy right now, guys. All right, Bryan, I'm just, it's just a really good artist.
Oh, okay.
To speak to what we were talking about earlier, with the gestural music love.
Mm-hmm.
I put this song on there. I like this song, don't get me wrong, but I put it on there. I definitely made sure I didn't cut it. Me the Machine.
Yes.
Sparks. She recorded that thing with that.
Yes.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Mostly for the same reason, because I could tell that she's playing with the instrumentation and art for art's sake. I hate to like keep
it's by far her most musically diverse record.
Yes.
As far as like genres and also experimentation goes.
Oops, wrong gimmick here. Shared. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, hon.
Okie dokie. I'll just keep going down my list. Actually, I'd like to go back to Speak for Yourself. Just kidding. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? I'm going to go with Speeding Cars.
Hard cut.
Which one was that? Was no, which record?
Speak for Yourself. Speeding Cars.
Oh.
I don't know. It says From Good Night and Go.
Yeah, it's a B-side from that record.
Oh man.
Okay. I was like, well,
did
why
I
don't
screw
have
up
that?
with that one then?
Yeah.
Technically, there's no rules here, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so forget it. I didn't say that one. Let's go with Between Sheets from Ellipse.
Yes.
No, you meant hard cut.
Okay. Goes to the combo though.
That's just, having a moment with somebody. Just living in a moment with somebody. It's pretty.
All right. We're still doing okay here. We got 3 all the way through, 4 into the conversation. Not much in the trash. All right. I'm gonna dive into Sparks now, because looking at this, I have the most from Sparks.
Oh, yeah.
Which should tell you something. The Listening Chair.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's like an amazing music video.
Oh, really?
To that song. Yes, it is. And you have to listen. It's a long song. How long is that song? Do you see it in front of you?
No.
Okay. That is a really long song, and you have to listen to it to the end because you think it's going to be about one thing, and then you keep listening. You're like, oh, this isn't about... It makes you think, oh, I'm telling a story, like to a child or something. And then you're like, no, this isn't about that at all.
It's only 5.5 minutes.
Feels really long.
Yeah.
Well, in the world of pop, that's ridiculously long. It's double radio length.
That's 2 minutes longer than a 3.5 minute standard.
Yeah. So yeah.
This is a really good music video that you got to see to that one.
All right. So Listening Chair was me, right?
There was a couple songs on there she only intended to release as music videos.
Ah.
See, and that's another form
Well,
of...
I put one on my list. That's not supposed... Apparently, I did that for a couple songs. My bad.
Bryan.
All right. Telecommunications. Or telemiscommunication, excuse me. With Dead Mouse on that record.
Nope.
I didn't put that. That was a close one for me, though.
Same. I have like almost everything else from the record.
That's more of like a indicative of Speak for Yourself type song.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I was like, okay, but I got that somewhere else.
It's hard to say return to form when it's just an artist who keeps reinventing themselves.
Yeah.
But
I think most of mine are from Speak for Yourself.
Yeah, mine leaned on that heavily at first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right,
6,
hon.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, way too many from that album
Bust
on my
one out.
list.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking great record.
I mean, I didn't go by, oh, I'm going to represent this record or this record. I just,
Yeah, for once,
whatever
I
my
didn't really
favorite
either.
songs were, that's what I chose. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Alrighty. Wait It Out
Yes.
from Ellipse.
I got it.
Yep.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey. All right. Into the gimmick.
I mean, when you first listen to that record, for me at least, it was like every song,
Yeah.
gotta go in,
Yeah.
in order.
Yep. No, yeah.
Ellipse and Speak for Yourself are like that.
Yeah.
For me, it was Ellipse and Sparks that I was just, blam, I need this, I need this, I need this, I
Yeah.
need this, I need this. And then I looked at it, I'm like,
Oops.
I'm excited to go back and listen to Sparks again because, like I said, I didn't know it existed
was your
until
first.
the research for the show.
Yeah.
hey, that's what it
This is
is.
a professional show.
Yes. We're absolutely pros here. All right. Well, I'm going to just go back to the Sparks well here. See if we can't find one. How about Minds Without Fear?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. All on my own there.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right, Brian.
She recorded this using 3D audio. Propeller Seeds.
Yes.
I don't. I know what song that is too. I like that.
It's meant to be listened to in like a surround sound or headphones at least.
I don't think I listened to
That would be why
anything
it
that
grabbed
way.
me, because when I was researching her, I actually listened in the buds.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that would probably speak to why Ellipse and Sparks spoke out to me so
Yeah.
well. Because, I mean, now granted, it was little garbage buds, but being married to the music there, like just being in the music, as opposed to just listening to it on a speaker. So,
Yeah.
oh man,
And that might have been why I didn't gravitate toward. I mean,
yeah,
because I didn't listen to most of it. I listened to it on our little, what is it called? The little brick
yeah, the
thing in the
Bluetooth
kitchen
speakers,
while
yeah.
I'm doing stuff,
yeah.
or in the car.
So, just so you guys know, we're officially at an NTP, 4 completely through, 6 into the conversation. So, worst comes to worst, we've already got our 10.
I didn't think it was going to be that hard for us to agree.
I
Nah.
really didn't. Yeah, I still got a lot of good ones. I don't know about y'all that I know y'all have to have.
Well, I know I have at least 4 more duds for
Oh.
you guys.
Yes.
From
All right, hun. Because Brian was propeller seed, so it's your turn.
oh yeah, okay. Where was I on my list? Oh, You Know Where to Find Me
Yep. Got
from
it.
Sparks.
Yes.
Woohoo!
There we go. We got one in from that record.
Yeah, that one's so good. All these songs are so good.
Yes. Well, and again, I find myself saying that so often with this show that like any song could really do.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's just me being in the moment of just being excited about finding a new artist. Like the Rentals, I feel was that way.
The Rentals are good.
But like the Rentals, it's legit, and Imogen Heap, it's legit.
I only ever heard the first 2 Rentals record. Do they make more?
Yes, they've got
Because that was the bass
4
player
total.
from Weezer. He
Yes.
left. And
Yep.
The Rentals.
And
yeah.
what Weezer wishes they are what the Rentals are. It's like good God, it's just good.
Yeah, their first 2 records are great.
The first 2 are undeniable. The third one is good. And then I think there's a 4th one, and then a new one comes out this year.
Really.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were still going.
Yeah, yeah.
So You Know Where to Find Me's from Sparks.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Opening track, I believe.
And
You're color coding this for us, right? Okay, perfect. So we got one straight through from Sparks now.
Yep.
Awesome.
all right. So You Know Where to Find Me was you, so it's back to me. All right. I'm just going to go right back to the top here. Loose Ends off of Speak for Yourself.
Yep. I
that
have
was-
that one.
That was one of my cuts before I came here.
Okay. It goes to the combo, though.
Convo.
We're actually going to have a combo here, too, to get these cut down.
I think I had 8 originally from that record on my first pass.
Yeah.
Oh, what's funny is that we were talking about iMegaphone, and I seriously had probably like 6 or 7 on my first pass, and then I heard Speak for Yourself, and I was like, oh, no, I gotta, I need to go back and get rid of some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Loose Ends was me. Brian?
Okay. I guess I'll close out on mine from Sparks because we've already hit on some of these. Entanglement.
No.
No.
Nope.
I still have one from Sparks.
I still have a couple.
Well, we know they're not going to be
From
hitting
me, yeah,
all
they're
all
not
the
going to go
way.
straight through.
Yeah.
So use them wisely. All right, hun.
All right. Let's see one that you guys might have here. Just for Now from Speak for Yourself.
Yep.
Nope.
That's the one that starts with like the harmony, voice harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Just for now, just for now.
God, I can't wait to go back and listen to these records. I don't know. Like, I get the feeling, like, now that we're talking about it, like, as excited as I'm getting, remembering some of these songs, I get the feeling that maybe I underrated how much I liked her on the first time through. And there's a possibility that she does have.
If you haven't even, like, really dove deep into the lyrics yet, then you're in for a fucking treat, man.
Yeah, I think maybe it just didn't have the immediate impact that Paramore did for me, because Paramore presents itself, they're a rock band. So, like, it's immediately going to go into my vein. Whereas, God, I'm repeating the fuck out of myself here, but Imogen Heap, art for art's sake. Yeah. So it's like, I kind of need, if she was able to get me this excited just on first pass, basically.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is going to sound kind of weird to say, but you have to be purposefully listening and trying to figure out what her lyrics mean, because they're so like we were saying, like, oily marks appear on walls where pleasure moments hung before. You have to be...
There was a far simpler and stupider way to say that.
To say that. You have to be paying attention and going, and then you have to go and think, what does that mean? And then, oh, okay. Like, it's not just a straightforward way that she's... I mean, it's very, poetic, and she has an accent. So sometimes you can't understand, and there's so much music beauty going around you that you have to be really honed in, paying attention, or else you're not gonna get it.
Like, crop circles in the carpet is a gorgeous way to talk about
dust,
like furniture being removed from your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that. Wow, I never would have thought of that.
Right,
no.
exactly.
And I'm pretty fucking clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And to describe a paint or pictures as a pleasure moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if that's like a British way to describe a painting or a photograph. I don't know.
I don't think that's like a British slang.
It's not like a slang.
That's just
no,
brilliant lyricism. That's just
I just
poetic nature.
Who would have thought? I mean, I wouldn't have thought. You have to.
You could have given me a million years to write in my notebook. I never would have put those words together.
Pleasure moments.
So just for now, was you, hun, or was that Bryan?
No, that was me.
Okay, so it's back to me.
Yeah, that was you.
All right, I'm gonna.
I know we're kind of picking the same songs here. So.
Let's go with Earth.
I think I have that. Yep, I have that one too.
Oh,
bam!
All right, and into the unanimous she goes. All right, Bryan.
All right, from that same record. I believe this is the closing track to that one as well. Let me make sure that before I'm done talking. Yes, it is. And just like Sleep, she's a great, sad balladier kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Half-Life.
Yes. Yep.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely. Undeniable. Like,
I don't think I have that one. No, I don't.
Deniable to Kristin.
I'm sorry.
And I also want to go on record and let everyone know the name of my playlist that for my picks is called A Whole Heap of Imogen.
Oh.
Just want everybody to know how clever
Very
with
clever.
the dad jokes.
You're so clever.
Yeah.
It's like it's
I mean, it's not pleasure moments. It's not pleasure moments. It's like clever, but it's pretty clever.
All right, hun.
I want to play this song so much, but I know that it's not supposed to be on the table.
Whatever, man. Like,
but this combo
good.
is going so well. I'm putting it out there. Tiny Human.
I really wanted to include some of that stuff.
I just did. I was like, fuck the rules. I'm putting this on my list.
Yeah. Again, there are no rules. Like, and this is the perfect place to play a song like that. We're doing great.
Because she's released a couple singles since Sparks.
Well,
is she working on music, or she seems like the type who just kind of works on her own time?
I think so. And then she has, and Tiny Human, it just deserves to be in the conversation at least, because there's like an article out, like basically she suffered from postpartum depression, and
which that hits home for you.
Yeah. Like I relate, like I cry when I listen to this song, because she put herself out there that she struggled as a new mom. Like she felt like, what has this done to my life? Like like it was so overwhelming to her. I'm assuming her child probably had colic, had issues like my first child did. So there's like a line, it's talking about ashes. She felt as though a wave of ashes covered over her, like the volcano of Pompeii or something like that. Yeah. Like she felt like she was buried under something that she couldn't break through from. Like she felt like she was being suffocated. But the powerful message in it is crazy, beautiful you. Like she still feels like I love this child no matter how I'm feeling. Like, I don't know. It's just so deep. I cry. Like, and then the music video to the song, which I think she might have also released the song specifically, like you said, to make a video. She's sitting in a chair being drowned, like basically with water being dumped on her, like she's drowning. And it's just like so deep, and it hits close to home for me personally. So I'm feeling emotional just talking about it. So that just deserves to at least be in that conversation.
Seek that out. And obviously in hindsight, if I had, I just do too many artists. And so it's like, I don't dive deep past what's,
Right.
So, all right, back to me. I'm down to my last 7.
I gotta see where I'm at here.
I don't even know.
But I know that
I don't even know where I'm at.
Maybe we'll just do a couple more rounds and then just empty out. Because I know that Bryan's going to have a couple that are automatic duds, and then I've got a couple that are automatic duds. So, and we have...
I have 6 left.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3. We have 6 all the way through. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think it's like 10 that we need to cut down to 4. So
I have at least 3.
Let me go here. How about, I don't know. I'll try this one out. I'm in love with you.
Yeah. I have that one.
No, that was a hard cut for me.
All right. Into the conversation it goes.
I mean, the end of that song is basically saying the opposite. Like, you think you know what you're getting when you go to listen to a song that says that's called "I'm in Love with You."
Yeah.
But no, that's not what you're getting.
Don't mind me. I'm getting my last 5 steps.
Oh.
I'm marching in place.
Did you just play that one, babe?
Yes.
Okay.
That was like there's an Asia song called "Over You," and you would imply that it's like, oh, this is a breakup song.
Like, yeah,
but
yeah.
The lyrics are like, basically, I'll never be over you.
Oh, I get it. Okay. All right.
There we go. Jeez.
Get those steps in.
It wasn't counting.
It wasn't counting.
It's like, fuck you, and you're walking in place.
I have this steps app.
It doesn't count.
I just downloaded it on my iPhone. Steps with a Z because it's like for the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's like the Burger King Kids Club cool.
Kids.
It's pretty fat. PH fat.
PH.
All
right,
but I'm obsessed with checking it all the time now. I regret.
It's the best and worst.
Yeah, like I wish I didn't have a scale in my house because I get on it every day.
Yes,
and my trainer is like, don't do that.
Don't do that because you shouldn't.
It's gonna fluctuate.
You shouldn't measure yourself that way.
Yeah.
All right, Bryan.
This is my last one from Ellipse. Before I talk about that song, I want to bring up a song that it was not on my list, but I wanted it to be, but I just wish I could have included it because of the subject matter. It is Bad Body Double, which is about body image issues. Not a lot of people talk about that either, like, especially with the postpartum depression thing. She talks about, I mean, she's one of us.
She's real, yeah.
You know? So I wanted to bring that song up because that's something I still struggle with, even though I'm in the best shape of my entire life.
That was a hard cut too. So,
yeah, but
glad you brought that up.
The song I want to nominate, I guess, Title.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yes. Oh, look at that. 4
We
from
have
that
4
record.
from that record. That's cool.
Wow.
Well, we know there's going to be nothing from.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The listeners will get over it.
All right. Yeah.
They'll thank us later.
They will. All right, hon.
Here's another one from Ellipse. I suppose I'll just go in there. 2. Is it 2-1?
I
always
assume
think
so.
of To Become One.
Yeah.
To become
Tonight
one.
is the night.
Well, and then that always makes me think of
2-1.
John Henson did on Talk Soup, the Spice Boys. And it was like Home with Spice and like just...
The best is always going to be Conan's Dudes Aplenty.
Yes.
His boy band.
All right. So, right. You know what? We'll call this the last round, and then we'll just blast everything out after that.
All right.
This is my last one from Speak for Yourself. The Moment I Said It.
No, hard cut.
I don't think I have that one either.
Okay.
No, I do have one from that album, though.
All
Two for that I haven't said yet.
Yeah, I have 2 from that I haven't said.
All right, Bryan.
Clear the Area.
Nope. I love that one, too. There's so many good songs.
All right, Hun.
Daylight Robbery.
Hard cut.
Yep. Obviously. I think Bad Body Double was 21, but Daylight Robbery was probably like 23, 24. Like it was definitely one of the last ones. All right, so this is everything I got left. I've got Canvas.
Okay.
Keep going. No.
Lifeline.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Lifeline. Okay.
Yep.
Into the combo. Runtime.
Nope.
Hold on, let me move this over to the convo. And ZG, She Knows.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
All right. You want to clear yours out there, Bryan?
Yep. Closing In. And then the rest are all from my megaphone. Candlelight. Getting Scared. What did we go? Did we say that one yet? No.
No.
Rake It In. And I nominated Sleep. So.
You know what's crazy is I can't remember what the other one. Getting Scared might have been. No, it was Angry Angel. All right, Hun.
Yeah,
Clear.
I cut that one because it sounded too much like a Lilith Fair song. I was like, this is like an angry Sarah McLachlan song or something.
No, when I went back and listened to it, I was like, okay, that it made my first round, but then I was like, no.
It definitely sounded like something from Sarah McLachlan's first record.
All right, Hun, what you got left?
I think the only one we didn't say that's on my list is The Walk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speak for Yourself.
So, and then I always like pointing this out. The only song that didn't get played from Speak for
Headlock?
Yourself was Have You Got It In You.
Yeah.
Which is one of my last cuts.
So,
Did we say First Train Home?
yes.
We did. Okay, yeah, because I made it all the way through.
Yep. All right,
How'd I
so
missed that one.
the unanimous decisions, and we have 7 of them. Headlock,
Wow.
Hide and Seek, First Train Home, Waited Out, Earth, Title, and You Know Where to Find Me.
All right.
So we need 3 out of these. Oh Me, Oh My, Good Night and Go, Loose Ends, I'm in Love with You, Just for Now, Me the Machine, Lifeline, The Listening Chair, Propeller Seeds, Between Sheets, and Half-Life.
I like Good Night and Go to go all the way through.
Okay.
Just to have another one from that record on there, and also the 3 that would make those 3 songs the 3 most diverse on that record, because none of those sound the same. Headlock is definitely more indicative of like Frou Frou or like her early stuff. Hide and Seek is this honestly one of the most original songs I've ever heard, and then Good Night and Go is a nice little pop song with some very good instrumentation and great lyrics.
So I will put Good Night and Go through there because I was the odd man out on that. So that gives us 8. So we can just drop Loose Ends, Just for Now, I'm in Love with You.
We need more from Sparks.
Yeah, we need at least one more.
Another one.
Now,
Usually I like to have every album represented, but I'm totally fine with that. But
yeah, I don't think we need Oh Me, Oh My, right?
No.
I think we can do better for her. Now we've got...
I mean, I really want to put
Okay.
Propeller Seeds all the way through.
When I'm looking at these, because we have 4 through from Ellipse, when I'm looking at these, the two that jump out to me the most are Me the Machine and Propeller Seeds.
Yeah, those are the two of the most experimental music wise,
Right.
that she did on that.
Now, do we have, other than obviously Hide and Seek, anything quite as experimental? Like, I feel like we hit a lot of like her lyricism
it's experimentation in a different way, like where you can hear Hide and Seek. It's like jarring,
Right.
Like
It's
how,
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those ones, it's like more subtle. Like you wouldn't realize that she played that with a,
Yeah,
a glove.
you have to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to know.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And the
I'm
3D
down.
audio, you wouldn't know unless you were listening to either surround sound or headphones,
Yeah.
where all the sound's coming from. So they're like subtle experimentations. I like them a lot.
Do you have
Yeah.
anything that's jumping out to you, hon?
I mean, I can't hear either one of Me the Machine or Propeller Seeds like in my head right now.
I would play it here, but
I was
it'll...
gonna say, what are we allowed to do?
Technically speaking, once I get everything coming here, I can start playing the songs again. But I don't have everything on here yet. Hold on. Just make sure you keep it away from the mic, because that aggravates me to no end. Don't want it to have it too loud here, but art for art's sake. And I feel like it.
Is that Propeller Seeds?
No, that's Me the Machine.
Yeah.
And then Propeller Seeds. I hate to skip, but I don't want dead air either, because I don't edit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm good with Me the Machine.
all right.
Hey, look, when you pull her up on Spotify, it has her doing a TED Talk with her machine
nice.
thing.
Awesome.
Imogen Heap is a technology innovator and award-winning recording artist.
I mean, she really is like on the same level of like a David Byrne
Yeah.
as far as like audio science goes.
She blinded me with science,
Science.
which is
Oh.
completely unrelated.
Who invented the ringtone?
And just
Thomas Dolby.
for those out there that are total dorks, just to know that she
Yeah.
did write the entire score for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yep.
She wrote the entire score for that movie.
Oh. All right. So
Some people that would mean something too. Okay.
if you're not advocating for Propeller Seeds, are you, number one, are you standing in its way, or number
No, I'm
two,
good.
is there something else between sheets, listening chair, Half-Life, Lifeline? That
I
I
mean,
mean, I want to put Half-Life through, but we already have 4 from
Four
that
from
record
that
already, and I think Sparks needs another representation.
and
I agree.
I really want to put the listening chair in. I'm not gonna lie, but because I
Yeah, go ahead.
truly enjoy that.
I was the only holdout on that one. I'm fine with it.
Alright,
I mean,
so-
honestly, there isn't a bad choice here.
So we'll go with listening chair then. And so this gives us our 10. Headlock, Hide and Seek, Good Night and Go, First Train Home, Wait It Out, You Know Where to Find Me, The Listening Chair, Me the Machine, Earth, and Title.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's great.
solid list.
That's a really good representation
Yep.
of her too.
If you don't like that list, then you're not going to like her as an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that should grab you
Yeah.
on that list.
So with that being said, hun, which one's the one?
Oh gosh.
Because I feel like there's a bunch of different directions we can go here with this. Like,
Okay. So like my top songs of hers are Headlock and Wait It Out. But I feel like Hide and Seek. I don't know if Hide and Seek is a good enough representation as the number one because it's so different. And unique.
I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with Wait It Out, honestly, because I was thinking either First Train Home or Wait It Out.
First Train Home works too.
Because as much as I want Good Night and Go to be, I don't think it necessarily it captures where she goes as an artist,
Yeah.
just where she's been.
Oh man,
I'm
this is a hard. Honestly,
But I'd be down with
this is
Headlock
hard.
too, honestly.
So the two I was initially looking at were Headlock and Hide and Seek, but Hide and Seek is more of a way like to jab at Fredo. But headlock, I think, is something
we've
that
all mentioned headlock, so I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the one there.
Yeah, I think
because I think
it's the
that's the one
very
that would
first
rope
one.
people. You know, I think that's the one that could go, oh, that's interesting enough that I want to listen to something else from her.
Was that the first one we all the way through?
Yeah,
Yes.
we did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, then. So we'll go with headlock. Headlock, Wait It Out, First Train Home, Hide and Seek, Good Night and Go, You Know Where to Find Me, The Listening Chair, Me the Machine, Earth, Title. It bears repeating that there isn't a bad song here.
Nope.
And I rarely say that as hyperbole, but I don't know that I've ever meant it as much as with this artist. And I use that word deliberately and in the most purposeful sense, because as much as I ended up enjoying Taylor Swift, and I do think she's an artist, Imogen Heap is an artist,
Right.
as
absolutely.
you said,
Yeah.
and a musician's musician on top of that.
Taylor Swift is a singer-songwriter.
Yes.
Imogen Heap is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yes. And so like I said, this conversation has me really excited to go back and really take in the lyrics now, because just on musicianship alone, I was already in.
Yeah.
So
Listen to her in the highest audio quality available.
Yeah. To get
Because
the
you're going to hear a
true
lot of shit you didn't hear.
yeah.
surround sound.
Yeah.
So with that, hun, you got to get to work on Sarah Bareilles, because
okay.
we'll have that coming up.
That'll be easy enough.
That'll be like probably next month or the month after.
Okay.
Who's on that panel?
Andy and Kristin. And Bryan, you have Arcade Fire, which I've already done my first pass through on Arcade Fire.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one for me, man.
And I can't wait to talk about them, because, again, it's like, obviously not in the same breath, but like they have albums. And I'll leave the conversation there. Their albums are albums.
The Suburbs is a concept album.
Yeah. So I made my first pass through. And so Arcade Fire will be coming up soon. I know you have St. Vincent as well.
Oof, there's a lot of parallels between St. Vincent and Imogen Heap, honestly.
Okay. Well,
I think that St. Vincent was probably heavily influenced by her.
Oh.
Just as far as musicianship goes, because she's just as talented
right.
musically and does a lot of experimenting with audio science and stuff like that.
And then who was you reached out to me about Metric.
Yeah.
That'll probably still be like April-ish, but it'll be on the horizon here soon. Your boy is busy over here.
Clearly.
Your boy is busy.
Can I throw more at you? Just kidding.
You can, yeah. I mean, we still got to get somebody for Dixie Chicks, because you put that out there. Nobody's bid on that.
Did you ever do Jewel?
No, and Jewel is out there. Nobody's jumped on yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, well, that'll be an interesting one to see if we can rope somebody in. I mean, we finally got somebody on Sarah Bareilles. Somebody will jump on Jewel eventually.
Woo.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
I hate my phrasing there.
Jumping on Jewel is the only thing I want to do with Jewel. Her music doesn't do anything for me. But
I mean, I'm interested, because there was a time.
She made me want to play
I
the guitar.
really, really hate her voice.
Okay.
When she does that yodel shit.
Oh,
okay.
It drives me nuts. It sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Well, with that being said, Imogen Heap, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
See ya.